Hello there, my name is Michael O'Dreary, and 120 years ago I started my business Flyin Air in order to disrupt the state-sponsored business of the Wright brothers, offering lower fares and a slightly superior safety record. Now, some people seem to think that the combination of Brexit and COVID-19 has driven me completely gaga, but it's not the case at all. I already was before. So I'd like to make a few announcements today to our loyal customers who I know love flying with Flyin Air so much, because we now have a range of new initiatives designed to get you back in the skies and back on board our flights. As you can see from this model, we're now using planes made entirely out of wood, but don't worry, we won't charge you any extra. And with all the new initiatives we've been coming up with lately, I am sitting here, quite frankly, getting wood underneath this table just thinking about them. Now, we're going to be serious. We're going to be making extra savings by just having one engine on board the plane, as you can also see from the model, and we will put all the fattest passengers on the other side of the plane to balance out the weight. No, but seriously now, because all that stuff about wood and fat people was just a wee joke. Firstly, you will already know that when it comes to COVID-19, the most contagious are the fat people, who also happen to be the most at risk of causing fatal air crashes and bringing everyone else down with them, which is also the story of the rest of their lives in general. And they cost us more in aviation fuel, a cost we are forced to pass on to the rest of our passengers. Which is why, you know, the bag sizes, those blue racks that we normally get you to stuff your luggage into to check that it fits, will now be forcing any fat passengers to also stuff themselves into the bag sizes, which will hopefully mean they refrain from stuffing themselves quite so full of burgers and sandwiches in the airport. And this reduces the risk of fatalities and extra costs to our loyal, thin customers. Secondly, if you want to fly with Flyin Air but you can't afford to take a COVID test, that's fine. Flyin Air is temporarily allowing passengers to do a special, free kind of spit test instead. What we will do is we will open up a special window in the terminal building of your departure airport, and from that window you will then be given the opportunity to spit as far as you can, and if you can hit the cockpit windows of your plane with the wind behind you, then we will deem it safe for you to fly with Flyin Air. And for anyone who wants to get the COVID vaccine, if you're sick of waiting in the queue behind all the selfish elderly people who are going to die soon from something else anyway, or you just don't trust the government to roll it out and deliver it all properly, what Flyin Air is now very generously proposing is that anyone who wants to get the COVID vaccine can now do so for free on board a Flyin Air flight of their choosing. While Flyin Air will choose the destination completely at random, but we will happily fly you back again if you agree to our terms and conditions and pay a special fee, which I'm not going to disclose, but which we will print in illegibly small font on a very well hidden part of our website. So, now let's get back in the air and get back to polluting our planet the cheapest way we know how. Flyin Air.